So come into a seated position, legs crossed at the front of your mat. Hands can rest on your thighs, or you can take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, whichever is comfortable for you. Really let your seat ground down into the mat. Let your spine get long. And the crown of the head reaches towards the ceiling. And let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Maybe you close your eyes. Or just have a soft, good morning, Robin. Or have a soft gaze. And take a full breath in. And a long breath out. Yeah, do that again. Take a full breath in. Fill up. Feel the expansion in the belly and the chest. And then take a long breath out. Squeezing every bit of air out. And then just begin to come into the body this morning and just notice, right? Notice what body is showing up. Maybe you're sleepy, maybe you're very rested. Maybe you're excited for the day, right? Just notice. Right, and if your mind starts to wander, just come back. Right? Come back to this moment, to this sensation. Good morning, Terry. To the breath. To sound. Right, I have this wall in my creative space that has a bunch of quotes on it, and I was just looking up at it before class started, and it's one of them says, "Today I will choose joy." Right? So you can fill in the blank, choose your own adventure. Today you will choose whatever that is and move from that space. Let that word, that emotion, that feeling, that choice be what guides you through practice and then throughout the day, right? Because that's the beauty. We have choice, right? Like, we don't have control over what happens around us, but we have control and choice and how we respond and interact with that. So today I will choose fill in the blank. And start to deepen your breath. If your eyes have been closed, maybe you open them. Take a breath in, arms reach up overhead. Really let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, you're going to let the hands float down by your side. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, they fold to the side. Inhale, the arms reach up overhead, right? You got the movement. Exhale, you bring them by your side, right? Keep moving like that. Inhale, you reach up. Exhale, the arms float down. Take one more. This time when the arms are up overhead, leave them there. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, hands are going to come to heart center. Let the thumbs rest on your heart space and just pause for a moment. Right, and breathe into today I will choose. Like really feel that in your body. And take a breath in and a breath out. You're going to bring your feet to the mat And you're gonna hug your feet and you're gonna start rocking front to back. There's not enough coffee this morning to articulate that gracefully. You're gonna actually make your way up to standing at the top of your mat. So however you wanna get there. If you wanna rock front to back or if you just wanna stand up. All right, so from standing, really ground down into the feet. Right? Pull the belly button into the spine. Right? Reach the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, you fold. Beautiful. Halfway lift on a breath in. So the arms reach out behind you. The shoulders roll onto your back. Exhale, you fold. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, you fold. 1 more. Inhale, you lift and lengthen. Exhale, you empty out and fold. This time as you rise to standing, you're going to lift the right leg up with you. Arms are reaching up overhead. That right knee stacked over the right ankle. Hands can come to heart center. Take a breath in and a breath out. You're going to cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Come into standing pigeon. Oh, good morning. It's early for that, right? Just a gentle hip opener, right? Nothing forced. We'll come back to this later, right? So you're bending into the left knee. Hands are at heart center, heart's lifted. Right, and breathe in, and maybe you say, today I will choose, and maybe it changes, right? That's the thing. This being aware and being in the moment is noticing when those things change. And so maybe it goes from joy to agitation. I don't want to do this right now. Okay, so can you choose joy to bring yourself out of that, right? It's the noticing and the awareness. Take a breath in. You straighten the left leg. Right foot comes down to the mat. Arms are reaching up overhead. Exhale, you fold forward. Halfway lift on a breath in. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you rise to standing. That left leg comes up with you. Pause here for a moment, right? So you know where we're going. Don't get ahead of yourself. Stay in the moment. That left knee stacked over the left ankle. Hug the belly in. On the exhale, you cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Bend the right knee. Sit the hips back. And you breathe here, right? And you notice what comes up, what's showing up. Right? You just notice it. That's all. It's an awareness. Take a breath in. You're going to straighten the right leg. Left foot comes down to the mat. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, you fold forward. Take your feet wide and come into a forward fold. So grab opposite elbows. Let the head and neck release. Maybe you sway a little bit. Maybe you need stillness. And you tap into your choice, right? What are you going to choose for today? Fingertips come down to the mat. Left hand stays down, right hand comes up. Bend in deeply into that left knee. Open up across the heart. Roll that top shoulder onto the back. And take a breath in. That right hand comes down. Left hand lifts up. You bend into the right knee. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Exhale, you fold. Toe heel your feet back to hip distance. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. You're going to plant your hands. You're going to step back to plank. You're going to pause and plank. Right, and what do you choose here, right? So sometimes when we're challenged, we choose to tap into something that may change that experience, right? So maybe you don't love plank the way that I love plank. That's okay, but can you be neutral about it? Can you choose something different? as you engage, right? Each pose is an opportunity to practice engaging with what comes up. Take a breath in, exhale, downward facing dog. So here we are in down dog for the first time this morning, maybe. Maybe you jumped out of bed and got in down dog, but probably not. All right, so hands are shoulder distance apart. Spread the fingers wide. Maybe you bend the knees, maybe you pedal the feet out. Maybe you choose stillness. And take a breath in, come up to the toes, and on the exhale, you're going to drop the heels over to the right. And keep the hands strong, shoulders moving down the back. Inhale, you come back to center with the heels, and on the exhale, you drop them over to the left. Beautiful. Take a breath in. The heels come back to center. You're going to glide forward back to that high plank. So the shoulders are stacked over the wrists. The heels are over the balls of the feet. The thigh bones are lifting up towards the ceiling. The belly button's hugging in. There's expansion across the chest. And the gaze is right at the top of your mat. Your head is an extension of your spine, so you want to keep that long. Take a breath in, exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, you glide forward to high plank. You pause here, right, and you notice what's showing up in the body, in the mind. This time on the exhale, you're going to lower all the way down to the mat. Elbows hug tight to the side. Inhale, the heart lifts to cobra, so your hands are light. Use your core. Exhale, you lower. 2 more times, please. Inhale, you breathe in and you lift to cobra. Shoulders roll onto the back. Exhale, you lower down. Last time, heart lifts on an inhale. Exhale, you lower, and you make your way back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, you take a breath in. You look forward. You walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you rise to standing. Exhale, you fold. Halfway lift on a breath in. Exhale, you fold. You plant your hands. You step back to plank. You pause and plank. You take a breath in, and on the exhale, you lower down. Heart lifts to cobra on an inhale, and then you make your way back to downward facing dog. Right, and as you start to move and waken up to the day and waken up to your body and to this moment, maybe the thing that you said you were going to choose, can you breathe into that? If you get distracted, if you find yourself going in a different direction in your mind, take a breath in, look forward, feet to the hands. Halfway lift on a breath in. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you ground down and rise to standing. Exhale, you empty out and fold. Halfway lift on a breath in. Exhale, you plant your hands. You step back to plank. You pause and plank. You take a breath in. Exhale, you lower down. Heart lifts to cobra on an inhale. And exhale, you make your way back to downward facing dog. Here you pause and you notice. You spread the fingers out a little bit wider, really press down into the hands, shift the weight into your legs and your heels. Good, take a breath in. One more, sun A, look forward, feet to the hands. And halfway lift on a breath in. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you rise to standing. Exhale, you fold. Halfway lift on a breath in. Exhale, you plant your hand, you step back to plank. You pause and plank. Exhale, you lower down. Heart lifts to cobra on an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here in down dog, you pause for a moment. You take a breath in, you lift the right leg in the air behind you. On the exhale, you bring the knee to the right tricep. Inhale, you stretch back. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, you stretch back. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. You pause here, really hug it in. Contract the belly. You got it, you're fine. Take a breath in. Exhale, you place the right foot in between the hands, low lunge. So here in low lunge, the right knee stacked over the right ankle. You're high on the ball of that left foot, that left thigh bone's lifting up towards the ceiling. The spine is long, the crown of the head's reaching towards the front of your room. Beautiful. Take a breath in. So your hands are framing that right foot. You're going to ground down into the right foot and lift the left, come into standing splits. Right, so that left leg is lifted, the left foot is flexed. You're pulling up through the right thigh bone, really grounding down into that foot. Heart's reaching forward. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Left foot comes down to the mat. You're standing at the top of the mat in a forward fold. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Plant your hands, step back to plank. You pause and plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, you take a breath in and the left leg lifts in the air. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, you stretch back. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, you stretch back. One more time. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. You hold it there, pause there. Really contract the belly. Take a breath in. Exhale, you place the left foot in between the hands. You're in a low lunge. And so your feet are in two separate lanes. Keep bending into that left knee. And maybe here you tell yourself you're going to choose whatever your choice was, right? Today I choose love. Today I choose joy. Today I choose peace. Whatever that is, take a breath in, ground down into the left foot. You're going to straighten the left leg, lift the right, standing splits at the top of the mat. And you pause here. The heart's reaching forward like you're looking over the edge of a diving board. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Right foot comes down to the mat. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. You plant your hands. You step back to plank. You either flow through a vinyasa or you push back to downward facing dog. Your choice. From downward facing dog, you take a breath in and a breath out. Right leg lifts on an inhale. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Pause here, and on the exhale, you place it in between the hands, low lunge. Beautiful. Take a breath in. You're going to straighten the right leg, left leg lifts, standing splits, top of the mat. Take a breath in and a breath out. And on the exhale, those left toes are going to touch back down at the back of the mat. You're in a low lunge and then you're going to lift up to high crescent lunge. So upper body lifts up, arms reach up overhead or can be at heart center. Smooth out the breath. Keep bending into that right knee. Watch the left heel. It likes to kick out to the left. Can you hug it into the center? Beautiful. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, the hands are going to come down to frame the right foot. Left hand or left fingers are going to stay down. The right hand's going to lift up to the sky. Low lunge twist. All right, so here in the twist, can you open up across the heart? Right? Kind of the head's reaching forward. On the inhale, the spine lengthens, and on the exhale, you open up. Take a breath in. Exhale. Right hand comes down to the mat. You step back to plank. You either move through vinyasa and flow, or you go back to downward facing dog. You take a breath in from downward facing dog, and the left leg lifts to the sky on an inhale. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. You pause here. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, you place the left foot in between the hands, low lunge. You got it. You know where we're going. Take a breath in. You straighten the left leg, lift the right, standing splits at the top of the mat. Today I choose, right? It's all about choice, right? Remember those choose your own adventure books? Like life really is that, right? You get to choose that. Take a breath in. Exhale, the right toes touch down at the back of the mat. You lift the upper body, high crescent lunge. You take a breath in and a breath out. On the exhale, the hands come down to frame the left foot. Right hand stays down, left hand lifts to the sky, low lunge twist. You're twisting towards the left side of the room. Stack the left shoulder on top of the right. Stay high on the ball of that right foot. Take a breath in. You step back to plank. You pause in plank. And on the exhale, you either move through vinyasa or meet us back in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, you take a breath in. That right leg lifts in the air. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. You pause here, and on the exhale, you place the foot in between the hands, low lunge. You take a breath in. Exhale, you straighten the right leg, lift the left. Standing splits at the top of the mat. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, down, high crescent lunge. I keep bending into that right knee. That right thigh is parallel to the mat. Soften the shoulders. Take a breath in. Breath out. Hands come down to the mat, low lunge twist, left hand stays down, right hand comes up. So you can stay here, you can roll to the outside edge of the left foot, come into side plank. So you're going to stack the right foot on top of the left, or you can lift the right leg. And maybe here is a good place to tap into your choice for the day. What are you choosing? How are you choosing to show up? Are you letting go of what doesn't serve you? Hip bones are reaching up towards the ceiling. You can also drop that back knee. Beautiful. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, that right hand comes down and you land in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, you take a breath in. The left leg lifts to the air. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. You pause there. You take a breath in, and on the exhale, you place the foot in between your hands, low lunge. Really get your feet settled and grounded. You take a breath in. Standing splits, left leg straightens, right leg lifts. You're at the top of the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, the right toes touch down. You rise to high crescent lunge. Right, stay here in crescent lunge. Like, don't start thinking about side plank, right? Stay here with me in crescent lunge. Unhinge the jaw. Take a breath in. Low lunge twist. Right hand comes down. Left hand lifts to the sky. Now you can think about side plank. So you can drop the right knee or you can roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Stack the left foot on top of it. Right hand is underneath the right shoulder. Left hand's lifting towards the sky. Lift the hips up towards the ceiling. You can lift the left leg. Right, breathe. Right, and if it challenges you, how do you respond? Can you tap into your choice? Can you choose your mantra, your feeling, your word, right? Beautiful. Take a breath in. On the exhale, that left hand comes down. You make your way back to downward facing dog. You can either flow or push back. From downward facing dog, you take a full breath in and a long breath out. Right leg lifts on an inhale. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. You pause here. Exhale, you place it in between your hands, low lunge. Inhale. You straighten the right leg, lift the left, standing splits. This time in standing splits, you're gonna straighten. Your right leg is straightened, sorry. You're going to float the left leg up and so that it's bent in front of you, right? Back where we started. So you're gonna float it through center and it's bent, the right knee's, left knee stacked over the left ankle. Beautiful, take a breath in and a breath out. You're gonna cross the left ankle over the right thigh, standing pigeon. Bend the knee, sit the hips back. Right, so maybe this time you bend the knee a little bit deeper. Hands maybe reach to frame your ears, or they can still come to heart center, right? That's fine. Take a breath in. You're gonna uncross the left ankle, left foot meets the right at the top of the mat. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you rise up to standing. Exhale, you bend the knees, you sit the hips, chair. All right, so the weight's on the back side of the body. The toes are light. The heart's lifted. The arms can be framing the ears or the hands can be at heart center. Pull the belly into the spine. Maybe you come up to your toes. Take a breath in. Exhale, you fold. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you move through vinyasa. Take a breath in, left leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. You pause here, and then on the exhale, you place it in between your hands. You're in a low lunge. Just straighten the left leg, lift the right, standing splits at the top of the mat. You're gonna come up to standing. That right leg's gonna come through center and come in front of you, right knee stacked over the right ankle. And then when you're ready, you're gonna cross the right ankle over the left thigh, bend the left knee, sit the hips back, standing pigeon. Right, you notice here how the body feels in this pose now versus when we first started. And just notice. Take a breath in. You're going to uncross the right foot, straighten the left leg. Right foot comes down to the mat. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, sit the hips, chair. Right, you pause here. Right, what do you choose in this moment? Can you anchor back into that when you get pulled out of the moment, when your mind drifts? Take a breath in, exhale, you fold, halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, you fold, you move through vinyasa, make your way back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, you take a breath in. Right leg lifts on an inhale, right knee, right tricep. You pause, and on the exhale, you place it in between your hands. You take a breath in, you straighten the right leg, standing splits at the top of the mat. On an inhale, you're going to come up to standing. Left leg comes through center, and you come into standing pigeon again. You stay here for a breath, and then you're going to uncross the left ankle, straighten the right leg, arms reach up overhead, exhale, chair. Hands come to heart center. On an exhale, you're going to lean forward over the thighs, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Twist and open up. So really press the palms together. Hands are moving towards the heart center. Watch the left knee. It likes to creep forward. So can you pull the left hip crease back so the knees are in line? Yeah, keep the weight in the backside of the body, right? Like trust that your muscles in the backside of the body have you. Crown of the head's reaching towards the front of the room. You take a breath in and a breath out. All right, you're going to ground down into the right foot. You're going to lift the left foot to a hover. You got it? You're hovering? Awesome. You're going to step it back so you're in a twisted crescent lunge. So keep that left elbow connected to the outside of the right knee. You may wobble, right? That's fine. You come back in. Keep lengthening through the spine. Beautiful. Take a breath in. You're going to unwind. Arms are going to reach up overhead. You're in high crescent lunge. Exhale, you're going to open it up, warrior two. So here we are in warrior two for the first time this morning. So the right knee stacked over the right ankle. Oh, my nose itches. You're facing the left side of the room. The outside edge of the left foot is sealed against the mat. Soften the shoulders. You're looking out over the right fingertips. And just breathe here. Let the breath settle. Smooth it out. Maybe you tap into what's coming up. Maybe you like what's coming up and you want to sit with it, or maybe you need to let go of it because it's not serving you. Palm, stretch it back, peaceful warrior. And on the exhale, you're going to cartwheel your hands to the mat and move through vinyasa. We will do that again on the left side. Isn't it great? We get two opportunities, right? the first side, there's always suspense, right? Where are we going? And then the second side, the work is staying present and not getting ahead of yourself, right? All right, here we go. Left leg lifts on an inhale. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. And take a breath in, and on the exhale, you place it in between your hands. You straighten the left leg on an inhale, standing splits. You lift the upper body, come up to standing, right leg floats through center. And then you cross the right ankle over the left thigh, bend the left knee, standing pigeon. You take a breath in here. You're going to uncross the right ankle, come up to standing, right foot comes down to the mat. Arms reach up overhead on a breath in, exhale, chair. You take a breath in and the hands come to heart center. You lean forward over the thighs, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Pull the right hip crease back. Keep sitting the hips back. Lift the chest. Soften the shoulders. Take a breath in. You're going to ground down into the left foot. Right foot hovers. Are you still hovering? Okay, keep hovering. Take a breath in. Exhale, that right foot stretches back to the back of the mat. You're in a twisted crescent lunge. Keep that right elbow connected to the outside of that left knee. Really press the hands together. Stack the left shoulder on top of the right. Beautiful. Inhale, you come up to high crescent lunge. Exhale, you open it up, warrior two. You take a breath in and a breath out. That left knee stacked over the left ankle. Keep bending into it. You want the left thigh parallel to the mat. Smooth out the breath. Flip the front palm. Reach back, peaceful warrior. And then on the exhale, you cartwheel your hands to the mat. Move through vinyasa. All right, take a breath in. Right leg lifts on an inhale. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Exhale, you place a foot in between your hands, low lunge. On an inhale, you straighten the right leg, standing splits. Take a breath in. You come up to standing. Left leg floats through center. You cross it over the right thigh. You bend the right knee, standing pigeon. Maybe this time you work your way into the arm balance, or you work your hands to the ground, or maybe you just stay where you are. But maybe you choose play. Maybe you choose going to your edge. Being aware and in the moment and present allows us to make choices that move us toward our higher good, right? And take a breath in. You're going to keep that right knee bent as you uncross the left ankle, and you're going to land in chair. So you're in chair, hands come to heart center, you lean forward, outside, left elbow to the outside of the right knee, twist open. Take a breath in, ground down into that right foot. Left foot lifts to a hover. Take a breath in. Exhale, that left foot comes to the back of the mat. You're in a twisted low lunge. Take a breath in. You come up to high crescent lunge, and on the exhale, you open it up, warrior two. second time in Warrior Two, so maybe you bend more deeply into that right knee. You're going to flip the front palm, stretch back, peaceful warrior. And on the exhale, you're going to come into side angle pose. So the right forearm comes to the right thigh, or the right hand can come down to the mat. If the forearm's on the thigh, see if you can hover it and not dump your body weight into it. Use your core to hold you up. Keep bending into the right knee. You got it. Take a breath in, you come back to Warrior Two, you flip the front palm, stretch it back, peaceful warrior, and then move through vinyasa. From downward facing dog, you take a breath in, left leg lifts to the sky on an inhale. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. You pause here, and on the exhale, you place it in between your hands. Low lunge. Straighten the left leg, lift the right, standing splits. You know where we're headed. Take a breath in. You float that right leg through center, across the right ankle, over the left thigh, bend the left knee, standing pigeon. Play with the arm balance. Play, just play. I've noticed in my home practice during this time that I play a little bit more. I'm willing to take more risks, right? And I surprise myself. So I can't see you. If you fall out, you fall out. You come back in, right? It's part of the practice. And then that's an opportunity to choose joy or laughter or play or fun or compassion or kindness, right? It's an opportunity to choose those things for ourselves. Take a breath in. You're going to uncross the right ankle, keep the left knee bent, sit the hips back, chair. Hands are at heart center. You're going to lean forward over the thighs on an inhale. On the exhale, right elbow to the outside of the left knee, twist open. Ground down into the left foot, right foot lifts to a hover. Take a breath in while you're hovering, and on the exhale, that right foot steps to the back of the mat. You're in a twisted crescent lunge, so keep the elbow connected. Keep bending into the left knee. Take a breath in, you come up to high crescent lunge, and on the exhale, you open it up, Warrior Two. And flip the front palm and stretch it back. On an inhale, exhale, you come into side angle pose. That left hand can be down on the mat. The forearm can be on the thigh. Can you open up across the chest? Roll that right shoulder on top of the left. Crown of the head's reaching towards the front of your room. You breathe here. Take a breath in. You come back to Warrior Two. Flip the front palm, stretch back, peaceful warrior. Cartwheel your hands to the mat and move through vinyasa. We make our way back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, you're going to drop your knees wide to the edges of the mat. Sit the hips back. Let the belly rest in between the thighs. Come into child's pose. Forehead rest on the mat. Hands are reaching towards the front of the mat. Right, pause here. Notice. Notice what's present. Notice what's alive. You breathe in, you breathe out. You're going to walk your fingertips forward on an inhale. And then you're going to walk them over towards the right side of your mat. Actually bring them off of your mat so you're up on your fingertips. You're going to sit the hips back. That left hip's going to move towards the left heel. You're going to feel the stretch on the left side body. Really press down into the hands. You breathe in, you breathe out. Right, and as things start to quiet down, right, you notice what comes up. I know for me, the mind starts kicking in again. Take a breath in. You walk your hands back to center, and then on the exhale, you walk them over to the left side, shifting that right hip over the right heel. Press down into the fingertips. You breathe in, you breathe out. You walk the hands back to center, really press down into the hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, you take a breath in and a breath out. You're gonna walk your feet through your hands and come down to your back. I always have to think about that. Which way am I wanting to go? It's always at the end too. I'll never get that. All right, so you're down on your back, hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Your legs did a lot of work. Maybe you rock side to side. You're going to take a breath in and both legs are going to go straight up in the air. The hands can be by your side, or if you want to put them underneath your back, you can. So you're going to take a breath in and you're going to lengthen through the tops of the feet, and on the exhale, that right leg is going to come to a hover. Inhale, the right leg's going to lift back up, and on the exhale, the left leg's going to come to a hover. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, the right leg hovers. You got it? Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, left leg hovers. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, right leg hovers. You got the movement, right? You're going to keep doing that. Pull the belly button into the spine. Press the low back into the mat. Maybe this time you tap into that word. Right? Keep moving and breathing. You've got this. Your next inhale, you're going to have both of your legs straight up in the air. You're going to take a breath in, lengthen through the soles of the feet, and on the exhale, both legs are going to hover. Inhale, the legs are going to come back up. Exhale, they hover. Inhale, they come back up. Exhale, they hover. Keep pressing into the low back. Inhale, they come back up. Exhale, they hover. Last time. Inhale, they come back up. Hug the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Maybe rock side to side. You're going to take your hands and move them through your thighs and grab the outside edges of your feet and come into happy baby. So soles of the feet shine up towards the ceiling. Knees are coming down towards the armpit. Spine is long on the mat. Right in here, Maybe you choose play, maybe you rock side to side, maybe you choose stillness, right? You just kind of notice, right, what comes up, like what shows up. Take a breath in, release the grip on your feet. You're going to keep the right knee hugged in. The left leg is going to go out long. You're going to take the left hand to the outside of the right knee and cross it over your body. That right arm can go out to the side. You can look out over the left shoulder. Keep the shoulder blades on the back. And you breathe in, you breathe out. Inhale, you come back to center. That right leg goes out long, left knee comes in. Take the right hand to the outside of the left knee, cross it over your body. And breathe here, you notice, and take a breath in. Left knee comes back to center. Both legs go straight up into the air. Hands can be by your side, or if you have a block, you can put the block underneath your sacrum, or you can put your hands underneath there for a little bit of support. You can flex the feet, you can point the feet. Maybe you breathe in to your choice for the day. Really soak it up so you can move from that space throughout the day. Or when life tries to take you out of that space, you can remind yourself really what it feels like in the body. Take a breath in and a breath out. Right foot comes down to the mat and then the left. Heels go to the high corners of the mat. Arms by your side. Feet splay open. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Back side of your body sink into the mat. Let the shoulders fall away from your ears. Unhinge your jaw. Soften the space between your eyes. Palms can be facing towards the ceiling, or if you need some more grounding, you can put them down on the mat. Together, take a full breath in and a long breath out. Shavasana. If your mind wanders, you just gently bring it back. Remind it that you're supposed to be resting. Start to deepen your breath. Maybe bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. Keeping your eyes closed. Roll gently to your right side. Pause there. And when you're ready, help yourself up to seated at the top of your mat. Together, take a breath in, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Let your thumbs rest on that heart space. Repeat to yourself one more time. Today I choose openness, joy, peace, calm, laughter. Together, take a full breath in and a long breath out. The light and truth in me sees and honors that in each of you. Hope you have a fantastic day. Together we say, Namaste.